Alrighty, folks, as you have heard, Cody Davis is not only coming to the ORANT event in Vegas, February 14th, 15th, 2026. He is not only going to be a first-time speaker, he is going to be the lead-off speaker, speaker number one, day one. And actually, I want to hear from the audience. A lot of you have been to my events before. A lot of you are huge fans of Cody Davis. I want to know from you, or maybe your kids, what topics would you like Cody Davis to cover? He and I will brainstorm some ideas. These are just ideas. We want the audience to drive the topics. So again, let us know what you would love Cody to talk about. Cody, thanks again for coming out. I look forward to you kicking us off.
It's going to be a lot of fun. A little bit of the nerves coming back, and I haven't
That's
spoken
good.
at an event in a while, but it'll be good.
Yeah, because when I think about your story, it's exactly what I want the event to lead off with, right? You go to a high school class, you're a senior. It's a class you could have skipped. You go, and it sets you off on this journey at 18 to becoming a millionaire and ultimately a multimillionaire by the time you're 25. And I think that is just a sign that the American dream is alive and well. You know, it may be different than what your parents did. It may be different than what I did, but I think you're living proof that if you focus, have discipline, don't take no for an answer, keep networking, keep moving forward, you can still do it today because you did it today. And I just love everything about your story. So, yeah, what do you think?
Well, yeah, I mean, Mr. Davies' class in high school was definitely a point where if I didn't go, I wouldn't have any of what I had today. So just getting the message that you can get started and this is how someone got started. I mean, that might be a cool talking point to kick off the event, because Mr. Davies, that high school civics teacher, he just said, well, I started out with residential houses and I made way more money with those than I ever did as a lawyer. Of course, I'm speaking as him right now, but him giving that, this is how I got started, this is how you could get started message really launched just the opportunity. Because if you don't know, you can't do it.
Yeah, he opened the door, but you walked through it, right? He's like, hey,
Right.
look, there's a door. And you're like, I'll go through it. Well, your buddy, because you told me you had a buddy that went to the class before, he's like, don't bother, let's just skip. And you're like, no, dude, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna see what this door is all about.
Well, yeah. And the message that my buddy and he and I still chat every once in a while, but he was like, you can't buy it for that price anymore. But it wasn't the fact that he got it for that price that made him rich. It was the fact that he got it that made him rich.
Yeah, so, I see that's you have so many just subtle mind shift tweaks that I wish more Gen Z had, and frankly more millennials and even Gen X, my generation, had. A lot of people out there give up. Now I don't think that's my community. I think if you come to my daily financial news, if you spend the money to come to our events, I think it's possible. You believe it's possible. And that's why I think it's going to be fun for you to talk about, okay, I went to Davies' class. I started doing this at 18 and these were my steps. These were the things I did. And you're happy to talk about those as well.
Yeah. And the more people I talked with, the more the door opened. So I talked with Mr. Davies, and then eventually I went on that Facebook forum for Washington real estate investors, and I put out a message and then met with a few more people, and that opened the door a little bit more. And they gave different perspectives to the business and how they had done it. And that's why I'm excited to go to your event, because I'll be sharing, of course, on my personal experiences, but you hear experiences from a lot of different people that have they've taken different journeys. Some have gone shorter distances, some have gone farther, but they all have different perspectives that open the door a little bit more for different people. And you hear the right piece of information at the right time and it just clicks.
Yeah, I'm so glad you brought that up. You're going to be an amazing leadoff hitter, but we've got so many hitters coming after that. We have, one of the things that I love to do with this channel is collect stories, right? I have my millionaires, which you are one that you come back 10:30 Monday. You and I talk, most weeks. But I also spend Sunday, like Sunday's open for me. It's where I hear new stories. And, sometimes those stories become recurring guests and sometimes they're one and done. We have a couple of people coming this year, which were those Sunday stories. Both of them in this case are ladies. One of them was in South America and she was a good student. She, was selected to go become a doctor, medical doctor. She did that. She was a practicing doctor, but she realized in that socialist system, she couldn't build wealth. So she left all of that behind to come to the United States and start over. Talk about the cojones to do that. That's ballsy. Then we have another one. She goes by Leah the Trader. She basically did Burr in Europe. I hear all the time how it's impossible to do things in Europe, how it's impossible to do it as a young person in Europe. And she's like, screw you. I'm just going to do it. And she's going to tell that story. And, you know, we have so many people in our community that will be returning guests and also some new guests. And not to mention the headliners. We got Jason Hartman, day 1, Empowered Investor, and Pace Morby, day 2. This event's you're going to be taking lots of notes. The speakers don't just come and go. They're going to be there, you know, VIP networking sessions. I'm getting excited. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, something like a takeaway that I've gotten, there's a lot of people that say, if I can do it, you can do it too. Well, the interesting thing is people hear that and they say, well, if Cody did it, I can do exactly what he did. And if Michael did it, I can do exactly what he did and I'll get to the same goal. That's not how it works. I mean, you get little takeaways from people because you have different pieces. And so you might take a piece of your strategy and a piece of what I did and a piece of Jason's history. And like you start combining it all. And that's how you actually get to your path to wealth. It's the same destination for most people, but some people have kids, some people are in college, some people have crippling debt. And so you got to take pieces from a lot of folks, and an event like that, or even just this YouTube channel, it puts all those pieces in front of people.
Yeah, the thing that I love to do is actually one step more than you've highlighted. I love to highlight people who had bigger challenges than you. That's what I like to do, because I think there's so many people out there that just have given up or don't think building wealth is possible. That's why I call my community everyday wealth builders, because we don't believe that nonsense. We know it's possible. Michael brings us 12 to 15 different people every week who started with crazy stories. Section 8, 9th grade dropout, 300,000 in debt, you know, just all kinds of crazy stories, you know, high school seniors like yourself, Gen Z, and you've done it. So I love to highlight people who had a worse situation. That's why I love that story about somebody who was a freaking medical doctor, you know, at the pinnacle of the career in that country. And she walked away, gave it up, her doctor doesn't transfer to the United States, and she starts from the bottom. That is the kind of stuff that I like to highlight, because if I can show you those people, you have no freaking excuses. Flush your excuses down the drain, own your shit, and let's get going.
Yeah. And some people let their pride get in the way too of that. Like some people say, well, I worked this hard and I became a doctor, and so I'm not giving that up. And
yeah,
some people know exactly what they want and they're willing to give up what they got to go get it. And that's the right way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I think I heard something somewhere. Just because you went through the door doesn't mean you have to stay in that room, right? If you decide that room you went in is the wrong room, get out, right? This year we have Andrea talking. Last year we had Lisa Sutton, who did the same thing, except she was a practicing corporate attorney. Talk about all the schooling you have to go to become an attorney, just like a doctor. She's like, whoops, no thanks. I'll go be an entrepreneur. So again, we bring you these stories. And again, if you're in the school community, you can actually watch the Vegas replays. I put them in there for free. You can get all the stories, Graham Stephan, Lisa Sutton, you know, Dr. Jeff, my medical doctor. So again, I give all this stuff away inside our school community, which you run an accountability group. How's that been going? How's the Gen Z Plus going?
It's been good. Definitely getting people that are a little older than Gen Z, but it's a great group. And it'll take a little bit of time to grow, but it seems like people are consistently coming back with new problems, which means we're making progress.
Yeah.
That's what
Gen
matters.
Z Plus. Saturday, 8 a.m. This week we had a little change, but I appreciate you. Saturday, 8 a.m. Gen Z Plus. What are you particularly excited to talk about? What do you think is going to be moving for people in the room?
I've had a lot of people open the door for me. If we go back to your metaphor, right, of opening the opportunity door. And so something I would like to talk about is putting yourself in a position like I found myself in, where people will open that door for you. Because there's a lot of different avenues you can go down. And when I was getting started, I had the shiny object syndrome, and I've really beaten that out of my system. I don't do that a whole lot. But I've made massive mistakes doing that, and small mistakes too. And as soon as that opportunity door opens in the direction you want to go, you know, if it's a big enough opportunity, it's really easy to shut down all the shiny object syndrome. And so I'd like to craft a message that helps people get there. And that's going to take a little bit of work on my end because I have a lot of ideas of what's gotten me to where I'm at and some of those relationship building pieces. But
Yeah. I
I
think
will
there's a
craft
lot
that.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
But if my story a little bit better than some of your
Mhm.
followers and subscribers, if there was one key takeaway you'd like me to hone in on or get people.
I think again, it's funny you bring this up. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. So I created these 7 ORAT rules like 5 years ago when people just kept asking me. And number 3 is grow your network, meet 2 new people a week. And when I think about your story, you just did that, and you probably met more than 2 people a week. You put yourself in a position to meet owners of real estate, and that's I don't know if you realize how unique that is, right? A lot of people, first off, think they want to do real estate and they live in their computers, like I did. For 5 years, I lived in my spreadsheet. I never even thought about meeting people. Clearly a mistake. Then there are people that go, you know what? I'm going to go to every meetup, but not say anything. Mistake. You went, who do I want to meet? And I'm going to cold call them, and I'm going to follow up, and I'm going to take them to coffee. And again, what you realize in real estate is if you are a good person and you're authentic, you're not slimy, most people will say yes. And that is just so powerful. And, talk about going to the front of the line to walk through the door first. I think that, I don't know if it's a mindset. You were too naive to know how cool that was. But that's magic what you've done.
All right. So yeah, focusing on putting yourself in a position for people to open that door.
Yeah, and you were. Yep. Yeah, and you didn't. I mean, because again, think about it. How many people do you know that are excited about real estate and they never get off the computer?
Or they go to the meetup and they sit in the back corner.
Yeah, and they do nothing. Exactly. Yeah, they tell themselves they did the work, but they didn't meet anybody. They didn't exchange phone numbers. They didn't take selfies or pictures or get to know people. And then again, the other thing that you've done, again, kind of piling on, is you were not a taker. You were a giver. You were always trying to make the other half, the other person, get value out of that session as well, right? It wasn't just gimme, gimme, gimme. It was, give, give, give. So, yeah, it's pretty powerful.
Well, I tried because when I made that first post on the Facebook Washington Real Estate Forum group, majority of the people did not lead with a giving hand. They're like, well, what can you give me? And that was most people.
Sure.
And my response was, you can still find it. It's a public post, but my response was, well, I don't really think I have anything. So as soon as I had something, it was kind of instinctual because that's what everybody was asking for. There was only a couple people that said, hey, let's just grab coffee and chat.
Yeah. It might be really fun. I think the Lumberjack and his wife, Ashley, did this last time, is maybe take a picture of that first post just to highlight where this all started, just so you can, and have the date, like the date you did it and kind of stuff. That may be fun to just visualize exactly. And again, remind people you were 18 or maybe you were barely 19 when you did that post.
Yeah, I was 18 years old. And I actually posted that a year or two ago on my Instagram. It's pinned.
Nice.
And I scrolled through and some of the properties that ended up coming out of that. Because if I hadn't made the post, that was a very small form of doing the work. But if I didn't do it, I wouldn't have met any of those people.
Exactly. So that's the message I think people want. But again, folks, if you're watching this, you're going to be amazed by Cody. Let us know what you would love him to talk about. Again, he's gone from nothing to multimillionaire status in 7 years. If you're going to bring your kids, teenagers, or whatnot, I think Cody Davis has a special message for them. So if they want to ask questions, let us know in the comments below. We still have time to craft his message, and we will take audience input. Cody, where can people find you?
Cody Davis Business Adventures on YouTube twice a week. There
you go. And folks, he's bringing his lovely fiance, which will be wife by the time of the event, correct?
Yep.
Nice. I look forward to meeting her. Cody, you're amazing. Thanks again.
All right. Thanks.